People who voted for Biden. How do you feel he is as a president? I'm not American, but I find it funny how the biggest criticism against him is that he's boring. Boring is literally what I want from the people who run the country. He's Kraft Mayo. And #X200B. Is he fancy aioli? No, but he's also not Miracle Whip. I think he's acquitted himself well considering his biggest selling point in 2020 emo was look at the other guy. My favorite thing about having Joe Biden as president is that I can go weeks at a time without thinking about him. I like boring competence. I like it when people just do their job. Good, because I forget he exists, which is what I wanted after the last campaign. I'm not even a super Trump hater. It was just annoying that every day there was some news story about him or his followers. What screams, I'm an idiot? When someone keeps losing jobs and relationships and always blames someone else and never being able to acknowledge they're a part of the problem. I had a coworker like this at one time. Every Monday he would come in and regale us with tales of the morons he'd encountered and the interactions he had over the weekend that were bad. We listened to this weekly for a couple of years. Eventually, I had the temerity to point out finally, that the common denominator in all the stories is himself and maybe he was the problem and not everybody else. He did not take kindly to that. The inability to review your own beliefs when presented with new information. Lighting yourself on fire while making pancakes. Oddly specific. Having argument in caps on internet. What is the most controversial food opinion you have? I love beets because they taste like how dirt smells. Portion size is more important than restrictions when dieting for a lot of people. Tall burgers that you can't even take a bite out of suck and shouldn't exist. Sticking to the traditional authentic versions of foods is not necessarily better. It's okay to be creative in cooking and mix things from different cuisines. Sushi rolls shouldn't be so big you have to take more than one bite or else they disintegrate. Cupcakes with super thick and ornate frosting are fun to look at but rarely tasty. Just because you like hot food doesn't mean you have to use the absolute hottest sauce you have. I can handle hot, but prefer medium, where I can enjoy the heat but still actually taste my food's flavor. What are some most accepted health myths? Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. It does not. All natural implies it's healthy. Essential oils cure illnesses. Too many people die because of this misconception. Detox programs. Pregnant ladies should not exercise. Fat makes you fat. The tide is turning and this isn't as prevalent as it was, but people still believe this to be true. I know most people here are too young for this, but back in the 90s a company called Snackwell introduced a line of fat-free cookies. Suburban moms bought them en masse and we all ate them like crazy. They were loaded with sugar, but hey, no fat. What is the craziest thing you have done or seen in Vegas? Woman with one titty completely hanging out playing slots. Was gonna tell her then thought maybe she was sweating and airing them out. It was her lucky tit. They have zip lines over the street in downtown, Old Vegas. Watched some drunk hurl an ungodly amount of barf as he sped over the massive crowd below. It was like a skit where they have a hose because I can't imagine that much volume in a human stomach. Must have hit over 300 people easily. My buddy spent 3 hours at the Spearmint Rhino. Came crying to me at the end of the night that he just bought a girl a small sedan. Didn't even get her number. I'm like WTF. Go back and get it.